Hello YouTube. There's welcome to my first tutorial on I will be explaining how I draw my method. Just apology for the audio, it sounds a little clipped. It's an old microphone again, I'm sorry. Let me just get down to business here. What I'm basically going to do here is just show you shapes that I use that help me get the overall layout for my roughs. Let's go ahead and change something more. The opacity is a little lower. I like using non-photo blue. I find it works great for my roughs. Anyway, here's the first shape. I'm sure you know what this is. It's an ovally shape. You can probably already see it's going to be a head. Notice how I kind of don't just draw an oval. Do expressive lines like this. Work on these little expressive lines in, out. This is really going to get the shape to be a little more dynamic, not so static. Has some more movement. Work on that. Work on trusting your wrist. But anyway, back to the task in hand. So there's the oval. Gonna go back to my pen here. See how I do the ovals? Are a little free flowing, gives it a little bit of movement. Alright, so another shape I want to teach you, of course, is this hexagon. I don't know if you can see the shape, but this is how I get the torsos. 1, 2, 3, yeah, hexagon. It's kind of how I get torsos working for females. It's going to be a little more oblonged because they have a smaller frame. Of course, you can mess around with it unless, you know, there's women that have big frames too. You can do that. Or gentlemen that have big frames too, like the Hulk. Another one I'm going to teach you is that circle there. It's going to be good for the arms, particularly the deltoids. And this other, kind of like diamonds without the end corners, without the vertical corners. You'll see how that goes into shape. If you notice, I put a little, and that's going to help you with a forearm. So let me get rid of all this, and I'll show you what I mean with these shapes. So I'm going to put them into practice. And you know, everyone has their own method, but this is mine. I hope this works for you, that is. Just want to help you break everything down to shapes, so that way if you don't know how to draw, this can help you become better. Drawing is something you can't be really taught. You just have to be able to interpret it yourself. But here we go. That's starting with the ovals there. Now putting that hexagon. Notice I put a bit of space in between the head. That's because we need space for the neck. Now I didn't do it too symmetrical here. That's just because I just want a blueprint. There's a circle again for the deltoids. Another circle, kind of another oval for the biceps. Now I'm going to do those strange diamonds without the vertical. Well, let me draw the waistline first, but I'm going to go ahead and get with the that diamond shape without the vertical ends. And that's how you get your forearm. And you can see it's already starting to take shape. Now, when I go over it again with my inks, I'm not going to be a complete slave to it. Here's another one I didn't get into too much, but it's another diamond shape, like you can tell on the character's left hand there, stage right. It's kind of another diamond, but this one does have a bottom corner. But let's connect the shapes, not the dots. Let's do our line work for this, or what the traps or the trapezius muscle. There's our bicep. Notice I'm not sticking exactly to the blueprint. That's just kind of where more or less it's going to be. The one I do stay closer to is the forearm. Draw the tendons there. And now add the character's chest, collarbone. Let's do his left arm. Tendons. Excuse me. Let's move down a little bit here. Now, basically, that's how you know how to draw the fist. I used to just draw fists moving down from the forearms, and I noticed that used to get things way out of proportion. And by laying down these shapes first, you get more of a proportionate, even if not symmetrical, at least a proportionate character, and then you can always erase and go in and change it up, make it better. I'm not going to get into the hips because, well, gentlemen don't really have big hips. But what I am going to do is kind of just keep the flow going, draw the rib cage, which leads to the diaphragm there, and below that, of course, is the abs I wish I had. Because, come on, these are comic book characters. They all have abs. Drawing the obliques there. Little method I learned from Michael Turner, at least his artwork. And I'm not too happy with this one. His left side's a little wider than his right, but that's why these are roughs, right? But anyway, that's our basic gentleman character. What I want is right now just to get the layout, so this is when I start my faces, but that'll be another lesson with faces. There's a current video out for how I draw one of our characters, which is Powers. And just another, the little squiggly line really helps you shape where the lips will go and where the nose will go. Just want to make sure it's not too low from the eyes and not too high. But there's your basic setup. I'm gonna increase my eraser here just so I can spare you guys some time. I think I got it all here. There we go. Alright, now female characters. Same premise. Guess I got some more erasing to do here. But females are pretty much the same. The oval is going to be a little longer in a vertical sense. Because with gentlemen, you want to give them a bit of a square jaw, even the pretty boys. You're just going to narrow it a little bit more. But with the women, if you notice, I mean, let's face it, that's why they're feminine, they're more attractive. They have softer features, even if they are strong women. Here's that elongated, oblonged hexagon. Women's traps aren't going to go quite up as close to the head as with a gentleman, because even the strongest women, they have more curves to their trapezius. More of an incline curve than an outer curve. Same issue, same thing. Smaller circles with the deltoids, but they're still muscular. They're still strong women. Then no corner diamond, or at least no vertical corner diamond. Just to show them more the femininity. I am gonna go a little further down on this young lady here and give her some hips now. I'm not gonna get too into anatomy here, but keep it in perspective. Gentlemen, please don't give them huge boobs. We only have one power girl. And even though they're in shape, I feel the six-packs is more something Wonder Woman-ish. You want to keep your females lean, but not over-muscular. And there's the hips. Let's just face it, your hips are going to be wider. That's the difference. The main difference between the male and female hip bone is it protrudes more. The female protrudes more. So that's my guide to basic framework for drawing, guys. Thanks for joining me. And follow us we'll be doing some more of these and some behind the scenes. Thanks.